Hey everyone, NICOLE CORDOVES here, and today we are doing a special episode on Miss Grand International 2020. And I have my special guest with me, my co-anchor, as always, Tita Lavinia from Titas of Pageantry, where we would do a short recap of what we've seen with MGI 2020 so far, and also share our favorite moments from the pageant. Hey!
Hey, you guys. Good afternoon, Nicole. Good afternoon, everyone. I am super pumped to cover Miss Grand International. We are near the end line. So far, so good. So I'm super happy to be with you because, of course, you're the grandest of the grand.
For now. For
For
now,
now.
because baka
I like
naman.
that. For now.
Baka naman!
Baka
No,
naman,
pero thank you so much
Uncle.
for joining me. Kasi ang dami mo ring coverage, in fairness, sa Titas of Pageantry on MGI. Iba talaga yung pulso at tibok ng puso ng mga tao this time around.
True ka dyan. Even yung sleep patterns namin, nakapattern na kung kailan i-release yung photos ni Samantha, usually around 5 in the afternoon. Tapos gagawin namin, tuloy-tuloy na kami hanggang gabi niyan. So kapag meron pang pa-live on the side, pag meron pang mga hugot post on the side. So feeling ko buhay na buhay ang pageant fans ngayon, lalo na sa Pilipinas.
Okay, so today, Tita Lavinia and I will do something special. We are going to do a quick rundown of what has happened in Miss Grand International 2020 so far. And then we are going to jump straight into our favorite moments from the pageant. So I hope you listed down some of yours, Lavinia.
Of course! I came prepared, Chas.
May notebook ka rin.
Oo naman. Ako pa ba mawawala ng notebook? Actually, ikaw pa nga nagbigay nito eh. Oh, punong-puno na nga, oh.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I think we need to talk about Miss Grand International's social media presence. Like, their approach has been top notch so far. I would like to say that they have finally figured out the right tone for their social media platforms, where they're using YouTube as well. And then before, kasi they're just isolated to Facebook. But now, like, we get more content from the girls. Like, there's no shortage of it.
Let me just say, it is such a convenience on our end. I think one of the reasons why it has been so successful is because of its accessibility. We don't have to pay any fees to watch the HD shows. So it's easier for us to ask people to, have a virtual watch party with us because you don't have to register. They're on different platforms. It's so accessible. It's so easy. It's so HD.
Ang sarap-sarap na supportahan si Sam sa mga voting process din because she really gives us more than we deserve. Alam mo yun? Like, she serves it like buffet. Hindi lang isang dish. I'm gonna give you a buffet. Ganon yung performance level niya. So it's so good seeing that.
Oo naman. Alam naman natin, Nicole, na ang labanan ngayon is social media. So, if in the first few weeks or in the first few moments of Sam being announced as a candidate, our support was really directed at Sam. Like, everything had to be for Sam. But now, I think it's also changing. That little bit of hostility towards MGI, that's fading a little bit kasi nakikita natin yung merits, nakikita natin yung result ng efforts nila in trying to elevate the brand and making the brand worthy of, whatever ranking it is na meron tayo sa pageant world.
Okay, and then another recap I think we should really do is Sam's wardrobe because she has given us look after look. And I would like, alam mong ayoko ng, like, sawa na ako sa girls na naka-blazer, pagka-interview, yung mga ganong outfits. Yung favorite ko so far was Sam in this, ano tawag mo dun? Amber. In the amber attire.
Oh, the amber.
Like yung,
Genie in a bottle. So, meron ako input dyan because I just recently completed an episode interviewing Kenneth Ramil, her stylist. So again, Nicole, alam naman ng lahat, this is a 20-day preparation na talagang ang ginawa ata ni Kenneth the moment na talagang naging official na si Sam, siguro mga days prior pa lang, talagang nangatok na siya sa mga designers, parang please, baka kaya niyo supportahan si Sam. Wala pang announcement noon, but the designers were just so happy to provide clothes for Sam. Hindi pa man confirmed na si Sam yung lalaban. So, ganun yung cooperation, ganun yung networking, ganun yung hatak ng gustong tumulong kay Sam. Kasi alam talaga yung capabilities ni Sam na lumaban for Miss Grand International.
So since we started chatting about the stylist Kenneth R Kenneth R talaga, styled by Kenneth R Instagram. Yeah, yun na nag-stay sa memory ko. I want to talk about Sam's dream team. Like, she has her team in check. Like, you would feel that there's no drama. It's all love. And Sam has always spoken so openly about it na, like in my previous interview with her, that she had a bigger heartbreak on her second time around in Binibining Pilipinas because she had this whole team behind her that she felt like she owed them so much. No, she owed them a crown. So this time, I'm so glad that the dream team gets to realize this. Talagang claiming it no? Pero,
you know, alam mo, Nicole, ito na rin, i-mention ko na rin because, you know, the talks are out there, the whispers are out there. You have a connection with this person I will be mentioning, pero ngayon talaga, medyo nahihiya pa tayo the first few weeks. Pero ngayon, pwede na nating sabihin na comparable yung prep work nila sa prep work ni Catriona. Now, of course, syempre, ibang level yung kay Kat talaga nun because Kat had more resources, more time, even had like permissions to also, you know, talk with the tribal leaders para dun sa wardrobe niya. Syempre, hindi ganung level yung kay Sam. But given that Sam only had 20 days, tapos on top of her pasabog wardrobe every day, meron pa siyang may kasama pa siyang official na photo shoot. So parang how did you manage to do that? Na habang
right? And when I was
doon,
interviewing her that time, I didn't feel any stress from her. I didn't feel like she was tired. That's why I was really surprised that every day she posts something new. I think this time we can jump into sharing our favorite moments from the pageant. So I'm going to give mine first and then shoot me yours. So I think it's only proper that we start off with Sam's swimsuit competition because her pasarela was bomb. Like, I think she really established herself as a front runner in that pageant. And then nag-trending talaga siya. Linampaso na lahat. Dininis na niya yung stage. Lahat talaga. Ginawa na niya.
Yun din naman ang sa akin. Hindi naman tayo nalalayo. Pero sa akin, medyo mas specific dun sa, although sobrang galing ng buong pasarela performance niya. Pero sa akin, very specific. And so specific, in fact, that I made like 3 loops of this video, posted it on Titas of Pageantry. It was just so nice because there was this part of her performance when she was like going down the second flight of stairs. She did not even look at the steps. So we were like, hey, ganyan sa Binibining Pilipinas ang training. So, sobrang dami ng pagdating nyo. Wala na sa amin yan. So, right after that, diba, it went viral. They posted her photo on like the Banawe Rice Terraces and the other, like, you know, yung maraming hagdanan. So, nakakatuwa because it really showcased the skill level of the Philippine team. Yun talaga yun.
Yeah, and I love the subtlety of that, diba? Na it wasn't in the hair flips or the twists and turns talaga. Talagang sa ano siya,
may restraint. May restraint. Even yung pakembot niya, even yung pag-turn niya. Sige, nag-turn siya ng pak na pak nung una, tapos naglalakad siya. Parang, kumbaga, for me, it's distinctly Filipino. I mean, I know that we got a lot of our techniques, of course, from the Venezuelans, but it was not nga Venezuela. It was very Filipino, the way na tinimpla natin para sa sariling taste natin. Alam mo yun?
Yeah, and you know, what's a breath of fresh air din sa performance niya? It wasn't a formula. Diba? Like, she would like look at the camera and everything kasi hindi mo mapipil na, okay, ito yung part na pre-practice niya sobra, ito yung pasabog niya. Hindi halata diba? Wala yung footwork na...
Nakikita mo yung elements na yun, pero totally her own.
Oo, tsaka yung parang medyo muscle memory na siya. Hindi, alam mong she wasn't in her head. Diba? So I think that was a welcome change. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna shoot my second favorite moment because it's connected to my first favorite moment. And that is Miss Grand Thailand, Nam, supporting Sam during the interview. And I think that just really exudes Thai culture, you know, like that's if you're the host country, you have to be that accommodating to everyone who's around you because it could so easily have been about her, you know. They were interviewing all the girls. You would have wanted the spotlight for yourself. But instead, she wanted to help Sam tell her story. And she was that friend that we wish we all had na gave you that extra nudge to claim the spotlight.
Yes. And you know, most people don't really realize that these girls are friends in real life because what we only see are the ones that are concocted to us on social media, like when we pit, you know, these girls together. But apparently they're quite close. Kaya talagang may rapport pala talaga sila na ganun. And it was not just captured in that one video. There are several videos that capture them like having, you know, naghaharutan talaga silang dalawa. So, nakikita mo yung dynamics nilang dalawa.
Ikaw, meron ka bang favorite moment that you want to share?
Ako gusto ko talaga yung moment nung lambat dress kasi nakakatuwa yan. The origin dress from the welcome dinner, she wore that see-through dress. And I'm taking this as a Titas of Pageantry admin type of tuwa kasi matagal na namin nasabi, okay, so guys, kapag lalaban kayo sa MGI, kailangan paghandaan ninyo yung mga, although hindi nangyari ngayon because of the pandemic, talagang sinabi namin, had it been more normal, magkakaroon sila ng mga beach paandar. So, di ba usually dinadala kayo sa mga resort, mga ganon.
Yeah.
So sabi namin, in case na dalhin sila sa beach, make sure that Sam is in a bikini. Don't make her wear like
a cocktail dress.
A cocktail dress,
a
or maybe a
jumpsuit,
summer dress. Make sure na talagang laban na laban siya. So we also made bulong to the team na if she ends up going to the welcome dinner, make sure na talagang pack na pack yung dress niya. So talagang ilabas niyo lahat ng kailangan ilabas kasi yun yung mga talagang dapat nagmamatter yung ganun. So natuwa naman ako kasi even if the dress got like a reception na 50-50, some liked it, some didn't. Yung sa akin is nilabasan tayo ng booty, nilabasan tayo ng likod, nilabasan tayo ng skin. So parang, eto yung nagustuhan ko kasi nakinig kayo and nag-pay off. Siya lang kasi yung ganun. And I remember the Miss Teresa and Nawat as well, they were clapping, they were so happy. Kasi talagang baklang. Alam mo yun, nakakatuwa.
Oh, I like it. It was non-traditional.
It was non-traditional. And, you know, I even edited my cat wearing a net. So,
and it didn't look forced. Alam mo yun, like yung if-force mo lang na it'll have this cohesive idea and then may meaning, ganun. Pero it looked effortless and gorgeous. Yun lang yun. It has to be gorgeous at the end of the day.
I really like the make. So if you look at the gown closely, sabi ko kay Kenneth, although hindi ko na masyado na-mention sa kanya, the thing, because it looked like a jellyfish, right? Like the top part, it moved like a jellyfish. Sabi ko, this is, I think, the closest we can get to an Iris Van Herpen type of technique. So, it was a technical dress.
And this is the same designer. This is the same designer who will be designing Sam's final gown, right?
Yes.
So to have that assurance that this designer thinks outside the box and knows how to play with their materials as well. I'm super excited for the
I'm super pumped.
And prelims. Is she gonna wear the same designer for prelims also?
No. Different from prelims daw.
But, okay.
Blingy. Yun yung talagang inassure nila, blingy. Kasi talagang, Nicole, nandun na rin lang naman ako, nakakausap ko na rin lang naman araw-araw. Bakit hindi ko pa hilingin? Bling, please. Bling,
yeah, I mean bling because MGI and also Versace's doing it. So,
diba?
Yeah, go for the bling. Okay, so my next favorite moment was during the swimsuit competition. I'm gonna go back to that. It's Miss Grand Scotland's moment. Okay. Because I noticed the conversation revolving around her like the day after na ata. And syempre, there's the unavoidable initial knee-jerk reaction that we don't like from that was elicited from people. But at the same time, it opened up a conversation.
Yes.
And people were researching about it. And I love also how she didn't play it up so much. Like, she didn't make multiple sclerosis her thing, her brand, her image. She didn't make any excuse about that. She didn't do a lengthy post or anything. It's just,
Yes.
I want to do this. I'm going to flaunt what I have because I'm confident with who I am. Flaws, perfection, imperfections, everything.
I'm gonna agree with you, but I am also going to make myself laglag. Kasi that's how I roll.
Okay.
Pero I was really one of those people, because I did not know. And sometimes when you don't know, you take it at face value. So for
Yeah.
me, what I thought about the performance, although medyo na-gets ko na bandang huli na parang I think there's a neurological thing going on. Kasi parang it's just so weird for an organization to send someone na ganon for Miss Grand International if it isn't a statement that they're trying to do or if it isn't like a move to create awareness. Kasi parang feeling ko, kawawa tong taong to kung magdudwell tayo sa fact na hindi siya at par with the others. Sobrang ang stark ng difference nila. Sa preparation sa body, sa preparation sa pasarela. Honestly, hindi mo alam kung saan hinugot tong taong to. But I also like what you mentioned because whoever opened this one up, it means na si girl hindi siya pumasok sa Miss Grand International para maging pity party because no one even knew that she had that condition. So nag-perform siya. She wasn't at the same standards as everyone else. But I also like that everyone now is talking about it. I also like that it somehow elevated the Miss Grand International brand by making it more inclusive. Knowing na alam naman natin na ang pagdating sa Miss Grand International, BS supermodel type ng, girls.
Yeah, and they're very strict about that as well.
Exactly. So for them to be like more open, also for the girls to express their love and support for Miss Scotland, nakakadagdag yun. At natataasan ako sa dignidad ni Miss Scotland na tinatanggap niya yun pero hindi siya masyadong emotional about it. Na parang sobrang balance sa kanya.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be a poster girl for something. Like she didn't bank on it or anything. Like, I'm just who I am and I'm gonna work with what I have and I'm gonna flaunt it.
Diba?
Snap. Ikaw, may favorite moment ka pa i-share?
Favorite moment na i-share? Actually, hindi naman na to moment kasi right after nakakatuwa lang din na, of course, when we watch the show, nakikita natin yung angle na diretso lang, harap lang. But right after that, because I think they knew that Samantha would do well, right? Alam naman natin, tatak KF, alam naman natin, wala namang pumapalya halos pagdating sa KF and pasarela. I mean, real talk lang din talaga. But I also like that right after that, naglabasan lahat ng mga, I don't know, it was just 2018, very Catriona back in the day. Naglabasan yung mga, behind the scenes, lahat ng mga footages ng mga kung sino-sino sa iba-ibang anggulo. So parang ako, wait lang, mahina kalapan. Na ganun ka-technical yung pagtingin pala sa pasarela ng isang Filipino candidate na magaling.
Yeah.
Alam mo, parang, I was so busy, but I felt so productive that day. Alam mo yun? Sarili ko lang naman.
That's true. And alam mo, nakikita mong sobrang mahal din siya ng mga taong nandun kahit na hindi natin sila kalahi. Diba? Parang they're rooting for her also. That's true. Diba? Okay, now, we just watched the NatCos competition last night. And my favorite moment, definitely, because I took a IG video of Sam na umaura lang siya sa stage pero hindi siya gigil. Alam mo yon, like she wasn't really performing, she was just being herself and just feeling the moment. So I think that'll have to be my favorite moment too. I mean, the way you described it, it's like BS, Victoria's Secret realness, but finally we found the perfect proportion of like everything going on here. Pero naka golden panty.
Golden panty! True.
I mean, it was sexy, but at the same time, it was this huge costume with like mechanicals working here and there. It didn't look overwhelming. Di ba?
Tuntua yung mga tao, syempre, kasi parang, guys, 20 days, itong costume na to.
Pero
Kumbaga,
napakalaki at nag-work.
di ba,
Kasi
bago
usually, di ba,
tayo,
dun sumasablay.
oo, bago tayo humanas ng ano-ano, isipin natin 20 days yun. Kumbaga, she could have easily used her Binibining Pilipinas costume. I think we would have been happy with that. But for them to
Yeah.
give us that costume with, Sam's performance was very restrained. And I also mentioned this sa the blog ko before na I honestly would have wanted sana Sam to perform the same way she did noong 2019. Because
And
na-shocked ako
given
dun
kasi
eh.
na folk dancer siya.
Yes, na-shocked kasi ako dun eh. Naalala mo yun, yung parang bird-like costume niya with Patrick Isorena that the wings turned out to be fans na parang ninja fans. Na,
I don't remember.
okay, so in 2019, her
So
costume
let's pull
was
up the
by
video over here.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a Patrick Isorena costume as well. It's more colorful. Sabi nga nila nag-glow up na si costume kasi parang before medyo murky gold siya. Ngayon talagang golden na talaga siya. But in 2019, what happened was that it was a very similar costume. The shape was like really rooster-like pag makita mo. But the good thing about the presentation was that she danced on stage the way na, pinipresent natin sa Binibining Pilipinas. But may tinanggal siya sa wings niya, tapos naging fans, tapos parang ninja star niya yung fan movement. So I
Ninja
honestly,
star.
oo, ang bilis kasi. Di ba? Parang, pak. Ang bilis kasi. So pag nakita nyo, makaka-impress. Feeling ko, mas dagdag nakaka-impress yun kung sakaling dinala niya yun sa Miss Grand International.
Pero at the
Sana.
same time kasi, sa laki ng costume niya this time sa MGI, parang she really took up the stage. And ang laki ng stage. To be fair.
Hindi nakalimutan ng team kung saan lumalaban si Sam. Kasi she could have easily worn a terno. Right? So, naintindihan nila na it's a sexy show because a lot of the girls also forgot that it was Grand International. A lot of the other girls wore costumes that covered them up. Na parang sometimes you also have to realize that Miss Grand International is a little different. It's a little, more out there. So, it's more of a showgirl type of show. Hindi ko naintindihan bakit wala masyadong nag-showgirl na look, which also is good and it worked for Samantha kasi talagang showgirl na nga yung itsura niya. Talagang pinush pa nila, tinodo pa nila. Gusto niyo na showgirl? O sige, bigay namin kayo ng PS. Golden. Diba?
I forgot to add this a while ago, but I love how Sam released photos of her wearing no makeup at all. Na parang lip balm lang nga eh. And then she was in her sweater and then tousled hair. Because, di ba, dire-diretso siya na glam pics eh. Pero biglang, wait, baliin natin. Kailangan pakita rin natin na, girls can be comfortable in their own skin. And I love also that she didn't make such a big statement out of it either. It just let the photo speak for itself, na parang breather din siya for all the fans, for all the mga young girls who are looking up to her now. Diba? So I love that statement.
I think also, Nicole, kasi may sinusulong ngayon na ang Miss Grand International. So it's not just as simple as stop the war. I think meron pa silang parang side something on being authentic. So I think it was like it was also like a nudge to the authentic self because if you see Sam in person na wala siyang makeup, ang pinaka-endearing na feature ng mukha niya, yung freckles niya. Yung freckles talaga niya. Nakita ko siya firsthand kasi dapat lilipad kami sa isang judging event together. So talaga nakita ko siya ng malapitan. Talagang sabi ko, ay legit ang freckles nito. So, nakakatuwa lang kasi parang etong team na to, hindi sila takot mangbakla for MGI. Hindi sila takot mag-pull back.
Pero di ba, with the direction that Miss Grand International is taking now, imagine if Samantha does win the Golden Crown. I think it will be a really, really good reign for her.
It will be because I also feel like if they give the crown to Samantha, it's gonna bridge the gap of whatever, bridges we burned, diba? I also think that it is a smart move for Miss Grand International to give the crown to Samantha. Granted that she does really well. Kasi alam naman natin na yung issues nila dito sa Pilipinas. I mean, you know, these guys are my friends, the ones from Mississology. They're super friends of ours, but alam naman natin may rift sila together. But, you know, if they want to make tabla Mississology, might as well give the crown to Samantha. I mean, diba? If you want to prove the naysayers wrong, give the crown to, you know, a powerhouse country this time. Kasi nag-perform naman si girl. You're not just giving it to
she really earned
someone.
it. And before, since we're airing this episode before the finals night, by the way, like there were people messaging me, I'm so excited with the speech that you made for Samantha. And I keep telling them, no, I did not make the speech of Samantha. She is going to win this on her own terms, which she has been doing from the start, from day one of 20 days.
Day one of 20 days.
Day one of 20 days.
Parang balot lang Ilang araw ba yung balot?
And then if she wins and her speech turns out to be amazing, it's all her. No credits to me. The most I did was really just edit things like, okay, do you want to change this? Can we rearrange this paragraph? More of structure and form ako. So if she wins, it's all her. Like, I'm not even going to take credit for anything. I feel like what I've done to this point was really just be there for her as a former winner of Miss Grand Philippines, diba? So yeah, it's all Sam, and let's celebrate her and just send her love. And I feel like at this point, she already won because diba, you pulled this off in this pandemic and you made waves and you made yourself trend on Twitter. You converted a lot of people. Ang daming na-inspire.
Daming converts. My gosh.
Ang daming converts.
And then maganda rin, Nicole, kasi I also want to mention this bago ka mag-wrap up. Lahat kayo may involvement kay Sam. So parang lahat ng queens from the very first parul. And then of course you, sabi mo nga wala ka masyadong ginawa doon, but the mere fact na, you know, nag-spend ka ng maliit na oras mo para sa kanya. Alam ko, busy-busyhan ka. That really means a lot to the pageant fans. Nicole, the pageant fans, they wait for you. They wait for your approval, lalo na kung pasok na sa'yo yung at least yung speech part. Forte mo kasi yun Forte mo si Q&A, tanggapin na natin yan.
And sayang guys, because Tita Lavinia and I were planning a watch party. Yeah. Diba? Pero since we are back in our quarantine bubbles, like we have to follow safety protocols. So, but I'm sure that if you want more reviews on Sam's journey, on any pageantry platforms as well, Lavinia has a lot of episodes of those. She gives really good criticisms, like constructive ones. I have to underscore that. So just head on over to her channel, Tita Lavinia channel. I also check it regularly because I'm so there for the commentaries. And yeah, watch out for our next episodes on whatever's gonna happen come finals night of MGI. Come on, our shining golden queen. Baka naman, uncle.
Baka naman!
This is the time.
True ka dyan.
Thank you so much, Lai, for once again gracing my channel. And I hope I get to talk to you again once we dissect whatever happens tomorrow. And guys, let's make Sam trend once again. I know there's always a Twitter party, so I look at Tita Lavinia's page, like Tita's of Pageantry. Hi, Tita Bella also. I always look for the hashtags there for the day or the event. So let's all use that. And wag po tayo magsawang mag-support at mag-repost at mag-vote ng vote kahit na alam ko medyo may ano tawag mo, may vote fatigue na. Oo, may vote fatigue. Pero Samantha really worked hard for it and kita naman natin yun. She brought pride to the country. So let's just pay it forward, diba?
Yes!
Kailan pa tayo makakuha ulit ng kandidatang ganito? Ang saya-saya.
Saya. Fiesta dito.
Yeah. So thank you guys. See you.
Thank you.